Yo, 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 what's up? So I was asked to share how I record, um, and what it is that I do. So I basically have I have an Apollo Twin X quad. Um, Twin X quad, delay compensation, I have it set to medium. Use 44.1 kilohertz internal clock, and then zero alternative speakers. I don't even use speakers, bro. Like, I'm doing this all in my headphones. So I start with the 1073. I drive it pretty hard so that I can get the analog saturation out of it. I make some adjustments to what's it called? The EQ side of it. And then I bring the trim down. I bring it down about 7, 8, maybe 12. Anywhere from 12 to 7, just so that I'm not distorting. And then what I do from there is what I do from there is I used to have a TLM 102. Whoa. Okay. So what is it that I do from here? Okay, yeah. I used to have a TLM 102. I sold it. I'm using an AT2020. So what I do is I bend the frequency to match that of the TLM 102. So this is the adjustments that I do to the AT2020 to match the TLM 102. And then from there, I go into the LA3A. I basically get 1 to 3 decibels of gain reduction. And then from there, I go to, oh, also, I put the mix in at about 25% on this. So it's not fully doing the 1 to 3. It just adds the processing to it at a 25%. And then I have the LA2A, and this one does drive the 1 to -3 decibels of gain reduction. And then what I do is I make sure that I have UAD record set, and it goes into Pro Tools. So we'll move on to Pro Tools. Okay, so here it is. So this is my template. My main thing with this is that, let me mute these. I just switched over to a Mac again, so I'm trying to remember how to basically do shortcut keys. But you'll see here that my delay compensation is 180 milliseconds. It's very important when you're recording. Um, and if you don't have this, you want to go into options and then go into delay compensation. Make sure that's checked off. And then obviously you want to make sure that you have delay compensation checked. So these are my settings, and it's just for visuals. And then I make my own notes here. And then here are my templates. This one is called, I think this one's called Simple Record. And then I have another one that's Simple Head Start, and that one already has some mastering done. Like this isn't updated to what the other one has. The other one is more recent. Usually I have my what's it called? Let me make some changes here. Okay, a little better. All right, so I usually have each bus down here below the recordings. Yeah, see, like this one's supposed to be down here. And then this is for the hook, so these are the hooks. So I usually have my recorded tracks going into my bus on the way down, the hook on the way down, and then background vocals onto the background vocals. And then they're all leading up to the all vocals routing folder. I like to keep it organized. Yeah, that's what I do. And then, so I use waves, obviously, for auto tune. There's no delay compensation being added onto this track. You'll see here. But if I go on and I add Universal Audio's auto tune, 1,000 milliseconds, and delay compensation is very important. So I just use waves when I'm tracking, and then later on, if I feel that I need to change it, I will change it, but I usually don't. And so we'll go into the lead one. I've updated on the other one, but I do slight compression here. So let me go ahead and just do a recording. I'm gonna re-enable all these. and get to it. I have these still enabled, so you'll hear the background vocals while I'm recording. See if I remember the lyrics. It's been about a year since I last saw your face, and I don't know why, but I'm missing you now.
Purchase your tracks today.
I don't really say this shit out loud, but I'm missing you now, and I don't know how. Check it. And na 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 na, and na 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 na, it feeling la 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 na 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 na.
Purchase your tracks today.
And I feel the struggles when you go out. I see like you wanna run up. And see, I'm terrible at singing. And I don't wanna feel alone in this world. I'm feeling like you wanna be my girl. That's terrible. But listen to what I did previously with a little more time. It's been about a year since I last saw your face, and I don't know why, but I'm missing you now.
Purchase your tracks today.
And I don't really. I'm gonna use this because the other one's really weird. So basically, the main thing that I do is I go into this and I do 1 to at most -3 of gain reduction for that compressor. My basic Pro Q3 settings. These are for my vocals specifically. This range here, this frequency range is really annoying, and it changes from song to song. So I readjust this as I, you know, change songs. Another, this is just to add the analog touch to it. I drive the input like crazy, and then I lower the output. Um, Another thing I do is again another compressor, EQ, and saturator. Compressor -1, the at most -3, and then I do a little bit of boost at 3.5 and a little boost at 1.2, and then the saturator. Last thing I do is I add this, and this is basically to cut out any noise when I'm not singing or talking or rapping or whatever. And then I also add the compressor, uh, kind of quick. And then I do a small cut here. I don't think I have the EQ activated though. Uh, yeah, I think automatically it activates it. So I do at 500 hertz. I drop it down a good bit just because it's some muddy frequencies there. Let me change project and then we'll go from there. Hello. Whoa. Let me disable some stuff. Okay, there we go. Fixed it. Um, so this is the one that I was talking about. That's a little more advanced. This is the one that I have for Head Start, and I already have all these things on there. And again, I just disable them and re-enable them when I need them. Turn that off, and this also. It's very important for me to have delay compensation at its minimum. 180 is the most I can get, and that's for this plugin here. And let me disable, and you'll see what I mean. The delay compensation moves over, and that's because of standard clip. So I disable standard clip, and that, and my delay compensation turns down to 80, and that's probably because of this. Actually, sound ID. Nope. Yep, it's because of this. And so on and so forth. But It's minimal at that point. Um, Anything below 400, I feel is doable. Once you get to 1,000, you're just making it hard on yourself. So yeah, delay compensation is very important for me. I go from here. Let me disable this. I go from recording. Um, Obviously, all this is set to record. It goes into Pro Tools directly. I don't have to have any plugins on my tracking uh tracks. So literally it's just auto tune. Auto tune goes into this. What the hell? These recordings go into the bus for this. I have it 910 and so on and so forth. Um, the same thing. And for this one, yeah, see, it's at 1.9. Again, the same compressor, same tonal adjustments there. Uh, and the same thing here with this. Another EQ, and this adds saturation to the vocals, and I drive it barely 1 decibel, and then I pull it back a little more than 1 decibel. From there, it goes on to these buses. Um, I like this one a lot. This reverb, I'm gonna enable it, and as soon as I enable it, it's gonna add some delay compensation. That's why I have it off right now. There it is. See, 1,000 milliseconds. I hear it. I can tell that I'm talking, and my vocals in my ear are a little delayed. So 1,000, it gets complicated there. See, I almost stuttered. But I love this. And then, so for that, I to replace it, I use Little Plate by Sound Toys, and obviously that's really exaggerated compared to the other one. Test, that one just sounds so much prettier versus this. Obviously, I can drop the decay, but um, I I prefer the other one once it's time to do the actual mixing, and I'll get to that. And then from there, I go into the Echo Boy. It really depends if I want to use it. So for this track, for this bus, I don't use slap. No, I don't have slap on here. I do have it, but it's off. But if I turn it on, that's what it sounds like. Um, so I just pick and choose which one I want to use. Um, Obviously, I've opted for the 1/4, the quarter note. And for the quarter note, I have mod delay, basic Pro Tools EQ, the compressor, and then Pan Man. Here's the important thing with the compressor. I have it set to, where's the doubler? I have it set to whenever the doubler is going through, it is basically sidechaining, so you can't really hear the delay that much like this. And if I wanted to drive it further, what is it that I do? The point is I have it sidechaining from the main tracks. So when you hear my vocal right now, you're not supposed to hear the echo as much, but when I stop talking, you'll hear it. And it's just that adds that depth to it, and then automation that is automatically done. You don't have to go back and mess with the Pro Tools automation to get that effect. Another one that I have is half, but see, I don't even use it. KH delay. I haven't installed this plugin. I had this on Windows, but I haven't installed it on here. I don't even know if they offer it for Mac, but let's say I just drag this over and then put it on half like that, and then enable it. Testing, 1, 2, 3. There it is, see? And then the last thing is the vocal saturator. This adds a lot of saturation to the vocals, and if I drive it hard, um, you can really tell. Um, so I just cut the low end. There's nothing that I need from the low end for this. But here, I'll drive it up. I'll drive it, and that's the saturation that you get. Um, if I wanted more saturation, what I would do is I drive it on this end, and you can hear it. 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 The saturation is intense. And this is how I drive that analog sound to my vocals. Now, let me play it. One thing I'll do is I'll drive the saturator so you can hear the difference it makes. Tell me, tell me that I'm not who you need. Hurt me, say things you don't really mean. Just make me hate myself. Oh, I know you can tell. You're better by yourself. Just send me straight to hell. I know things. And that's basically what it sounds like to me when I'm done recording. I'm done recording like this. I'll play one more. I can't force you to stay, but I still hope you call back my phone one random day. And then from here, what do? There's barely any mixing that I really do, to be honest, because I have the template doing it all for me from the get go. What is it that I do next? I go on and add the plugins that start giving me delay composition. So I'll show you what they are and I'll start turning them on, but I'm not gonna be talking because I'm gonna get so tongue tied, tongue twisted with the delay composition. That's, jeez Louise. That's basically it. I took my headphones off because it's pretty annoying. All right. So what is it that I did? Fairchild, this does 1 to 3 decibels of compression. Obviously, I turned back on the lexicon. What the hell? Where is it? The lexicon reverb. What else did I do? That, and then, okay. The limiter, the distressor, it's mixed in at about 10%. Obviously, the compression is going to be major, it's going to go down to 10 to 26. I have it set to the nuke settings, and then go from there onto standard clip. And then from there, we go to Oxford Inflator. I drive it pretty hard. And then the T-Rax compressor, they call it compressor, but it's the same thing as the distressor from Universal Audio. 7% mix, doing the same thing, a lot of compression, but at a slight mix. It basically glues everything together, and then that's it. So let's take a listen. Just make me hate myself. Oh, I know you can tell. You're better by yourself. Just send me straight to hell. I know things don't seem right with me. I can't force you to stay, but I still hope you call back my phone one random day, and I'm hoping you'll say I'm sorry for the things that I said. That's basically it. Have fun.